What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have an Icarus Week 82 update. This week they've added beacon icons and color options. They made some animal deterrent changes. They also have a sneak peek of next week's quality of life improvement in the workshop, and another sneak peek of the newest currency coming in New Frontiers DLC. Let's get into it, shall we? Week 82 beacons. This brings customizable map markers with icons and colors, and they've also made some changes to the animal deterrents in the Tier 2, 3, and 4 UIs, and just the Tier 2 animal deterrent itself. So player beacons, last week's update removed them down from Tier 4 to Tier 3, and they have reduced the cost of the beacons. They are cheaper now. It used to be 25 steel ingots, now it's 10, and from 25 to 20 platinum sheath. They've also removed the requirement for sunlight for them to function. They have a built-in battery, so they always function. And they also added an interactable customization, lets you add icons and specific colors to each beacon. So, on beacons, we now have new map markers as these right here. You can see a little home, fire icon. It looks like a cave, some skull. Don't quite, I guess that's a demon of some sort. Guy, something with horns, I don't know. Food, berries, wood, a pickaxe, some stone or voxel, and some other little icons right here. A little love sign, triangle, a tree, sun coming up behind a mountain. I'm gonna guess I'll use these for like deep veins, and I guess you could do that for exotics too. The Icarus symbol, a fishing hook, some moas, a bird, turtle, a rabbit, a guy swimming, and looks like some kind of wolf. And you can also choose multiple different colors here. Any kind you want to. We could just go with the little pink wolf here. We'll bring up our map, and as you can see, there's a little pink wolf right there. Now, we also went ahead and gone and marked every single one of our deep veins that we have here. And marked them. There's our copper, some silicas, a gold. We got our thumper up there. And there's also aluminum right there. So, if you zoom out and zoom back in, they kind of scale as well. So, and that's pretty much the beacons. And you could just hit E and interact with them. Also, they made some Tier 2 creature deterrent changes. Apparently, it was accidentally released without cost to run it. Whatever. It has been fixed, and it now requires spoiled meat or spoiled plants to activate. That means the little scarecrow-looking thing, the basic animal deterrent, you have to put spoiled meat or spoiled plants into. You know, I have a scarecrow around back in my acre garden behind my house. I don't ever remember going, "Hey, honey! Did you put some spoiled meat or spoiled plants into the f***ing scarecrow?" But that's a change they made, and because of it, now we don't have that markers video that I made last week for you guys, so I took that down. Thank you. Just like all the other videos, they get outdated because this game changes so much. They also added a new UI to the Tier 2, Tier 3, and Tier 4 versions of the creature deterrent, so they will display their active status and radius when you interact with them. So with the simple creature deterrent, you now have to hold E like you access any kind of fuel in Icarus. And as you can see here, it says fuel consumption, and it gives you a fuel time. You can put a whole stack of spoiled meat in there. So one whole stack of spoiled meat would give you a whole entire day of runtime, and a whole entire stack of spoiled plants will give you about 16 hours of runtime. Honestly, I'm probably not going to ever use these again, so, you know, do whatever you want with it. But and they also added a little UI for the creature deterrents. As you can see here, it says state inactive, and it says radius 5,000. That's because there's no fuel in it, because I'm never going to put fuel in that. And the power creature deterrent will give you an active radius because it is plugged up to electricity, and it has a radius of 12,500. We also have the advanced creature deterrent here, which is inactive because I don't use this thing. And it is 8,750. And we'll go ahead and pick those up and leave that one because it's the only one that matters. Also, a notable thing to mention is that they are automatic now, so you don't have to turn them on or off. Just basically if they have fuel or they are connected to power or have a fuel source like rotted meat or whatever for the Tier 2, it will start running. They also had some additional fixes this week, and they're pretty much from the upvote feature. So all steel tools are now updated to Tier 2, and it now uses iron nails instead of steel screws, so they can be crafted correctly at Tier 2 without the machining bench. So now you can pretty much straight up craft steel tools directly from tier 2. Fixed the soybean recipe. I fixed the Yes Chef achievement. And they also made a huge change to enzymes this week, where you now receive more enzymes and they scale more accordingly. I think it's about 5 to 10 per run now. They are giving us a teaser of next week's quality of life pass and workshop improvements. Basically, they are doing a complete rework of the workshop, and looks like they put some kind of list here. They also say that there will be no new items added, but to look carefully in the image they have below for some future content about new frontiers. It'll be available when it's released. And if we go into this photo, and in this photo you will see, looks like they categorized about everything in the workshop here, and it looks like they're going to tier stuff off a little differently, and also look like they have some new workshop items. I'm going to guess this is probably new unlocks for the new DLC. And then they're also showing it's basically like the exact same skin as exotics, only it's red. So that's the new currency, whatever that is called. So we got the change log this week. In the new content section, we got pretty much everything we've already mentioned, so we're not going to go over anything else there. In the effects section this week, looks like they may have some adjustments to the tier 3 blueprint tree layout. Looks like they fixed the bug that allowed animal fat to be placed in fuel slots that were unable to have animal fat as a fuel source. And if you were getting the accolade for the landshark or sandworm kill, should trigger now. And we'll skim through the future content section this week. Looks like they mentioned a little bit about cold steel again. They added proof of concept highlighting to blueprint tree, currently unhooked. Looks like they named something the stone jaw. Adding creature spawning and attacking of Daisy in Pro Story 1. Looks like they're mentioning a mob named Daisy a lot. And it looks like we're getting a heavy obsidian armor, recipe talents and setup. And talking about the bone armor as well. Talking about acid rain in the wetlands. And they're talking about hail a little bit more. The audio, hail audio. And they're talking about Scoria and Scoria building pieces, blueprints and recipes. Talking about the Arctic blueback again. And we may have figured out what the new items are. New Icarus, Shigong, and Larkbill workshop items. Adding new entries. Is that the items that they had at the end there? Maybe. Added me trees to not use bush foliage sounds. And guys, that's it for this change log and this update. And we want to also thank our YouTube members. Thank you so much, KHX, Wolfie, Sergio, Sandy, and Silver. Thank you guys so much for being part of Late Night Crew and for supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, that's it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I also want to announce that we will not be streaming this week. Just to let you guys know, we'll be taking this week off just for personal reasons. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Peace.